We have a platinum lobby set up, 1750 to 2k MMR. Most of the people in this lobby are like close to 1900 MMR. The participant, the Elo Hellion, whatever we want to call it, is Hayden. He has 1200 MMR, 1231 with 43 wins and 48 losses in ranked, a 47% win rate. He's silver 1. He's 1 game off of gold 5. And by looking at his stats, he's got good. You know, this man's getting 18 kills a game, 19 kills a game when he's jungling. When he's playing other roles, he's getting bamboozled. So we'll see how this goes. He thinks he's a high plat diamond gamer, but I didn't want to put him in with diamond people, so I filled the lobby with plat people. The one thing I didn't do this time that's different from every other video is I didn't fill it with people who play their main role, because I want to see how this plays out. In a ranked game, you don't get your role most of the time, right? 1 or 2 people get to play the role. The other 3 people are usually put in roles they aren't comfortable on. So in this lobby, not necessarily, you know, a jungler on each team, a mid on each team. There's very much no perfection in this lobby, which is how a ranked lobby would look. And we'll see how it plays out for Hayden and the rest of the people in the game. Good dual aid for his team. Really aggressive. He's going Loki. He is a jungler. He's a jungler and a mid laner, and he does win most of the time, at least at his last like 30 games. Most time he's jungling or mid, he wins. He loses a couple, but not many. Enemy team's kind of sick though, especially against a Loki. That Kepri counter pick for Loki is huge. They have a ton of CC Hunbats, all Agni bombs, and CERN. The amount of like stun combos they have is ridiculous, and then call them solo. Pretty good team comp. Pretty good team comp. Let's see how this man does. This is like one of the best statted, like game to game KDA type stuff players that's participated in Elo Hell. I don't know if he's the best, but I know he's up there. He might be the best. Not the best player. I haven't seen him play the game. Best statted person participating. And he did go for Loki. And there's 2 ways to tell if a Loki player is like bad. I can tell by the way you use your kit, like your combos. If they're off, I'm gonna know you don't know how to play Loki. And then there's the Lokis who are afraid to go in and end up split pushing. So I hope he is not one of those gamers. Let's swap it up. Boom. Rat solo though. Okay. And we're just gonna watch from Loki point of view. See what he does here, boys. I love doing Elo Hell when I can just watch one person's perspective. Normal start. He's going Transcendent start. Don't hate it. I still like Bluestone start on Loki. I think Bluestone Loki start is better because the late game, that Bluestone, when it's upgraded, it does like 20 to 30% of people's health if you throw it at them. So you could just run around in 2 over and over and over and over and kind of win the engagement side to a fight, make it easier to engage, control an objective, whatever. This is not bad. This is definitely probably the most base, like normal act or starter, but Bluestone is kind of cracked. Okay, he didn't level ability yet. I don't think Bumbas is better. I think you're kind of trolling if you're going Bumbas. I like really believe I is far superior to Bumbas. It's not even close. I think the only thing Bumbas has over I is mana sustain, but you should just be able to clear properly. Yeah, nobody goes Bumbas because I's passive makes it so you take 30 or 40% less damage in the late game. Just having I and an upgraded protector, that defense passive ups your defense to a point where you take like no damage. Like being a jungle who's full damage with that starter, which is still a damage starter, and taking 30-40% reduced damage is ridiculous. Like it's actually okay. It's like it's I don't know, it's crazy. Even on mages and stuff, I is probably better overall. It'll definitely be harder to sustain, but it's definitely better overall. Does he not have an ability leveled up? He didn't level any abilities to clear there. Or am I trolling? What? He did? Then why did it not show up on here? That's really weird. Yeah, he used the 3, but why did it not? That's so weird that it popped up that late. I wonder if the spectator's been doing that and we didn't know. Okay. He should have been quicker about going back to this speed. but that's besides the point. He's got control. I think the other team did the other start. They did. So he's behind on farm in terms of clearing and getting gold and XP at maxed out point, but this is the old normal start, so I can't blame him. I think everyone needs to adopt the newer starts though. His rat just got a solo kill. I don't know if he's not sure what he wants to do here because he's just kind of hovering. He's gonna miss a lot of XP. He's missing the mid wave. Pretty bad. So he missed the whole mid wave to do mids when he could have 2'd the mid wave and then come over here and done mids by himself. Oh, this might be a kill. Oh, wrong target. Wrong target. This Merlin's destroying. If he went on the Agni's dead. He saw the Agni dash clear the way, but then he went on the Hun Bats. That was terrible targeting. If he goes on Agni dies. And Agni should have been the obvious choice. That's not even like a hindsight. He 100% should have gone right on that Agni. As it is, stay for the 26 months. Wins Bitbot? I don't know. This week? We'll do it like Tuesday, I think. Oddland, thank you for the sub. Maybe Wednesday. We'll see. Wait, what items is he going here? Oh yeah, Transcendence. Okay. Wing Shard on Loki is really... I won't say it's questionable. Like, it's not that far... Alrighty, that was super awkward. It wasn't really a good blink. He hesitated. If he even wanted to blink there, he shouldn't have stealth first and gave the guy the out knowledge. Yeah, that's a big oof. Thing is, what he's doing isn't terrible, considering he's silver. And I see this happen in Masters and Diamond lobbies, so like I'm being critical of him, but for a silver player, not that crazy. He almost picked up that blue on accident. His team is now getting worked 1-3. I like... Okay. I was about to say, I like he's using his stealth to move around the map faster, but then he cancels his stealth to pop a pot. Okay. Smart of him to go leech the green. He's grouping everything up. He's just being a little slow about it. See, I would not pull the purple here just so he maintains the full XP off of this. He's going to split with Bacchus. Pretty sure he just split green with Bacchus. Or speed. He saw Agni dash. I hope he doesn't dive. Ooh. Wait, he popped eye for this. Oh, dude, if he had plucked, if that Kepri had plucked him. Okay. Bacchus just died trying to help him. That's very unfortunate. That was a really bad engage. I don't know if he went like this shard, wing shard. Oh, no, he's dead. Good rotation from Agni. He should have never gone back in. That whole engagement was bad. He full committed to a Kepri who had his ult up, which was questionable. He uses the wing shard like it's a... Or wait, is this a wing shard? What's this called? Wing shard, right? Yeah, wing shard like it's the damage shard. Now, so far, he hasn't done anything correct. I mean, we're 5 minutes in. It doesn't necessarily look like a 1200 MMR player, but he does look like not a Plat player. Especially if you compare him to what the Hun Bats is doing, he definitely looks like he's confused. I mean, he's one game off of gold. So you could, like, this is basically a 1200 MMR gold player. He's 90 TP into silver 1, so he's literally one win over it. He's gold. But he's trying to prove that he should be high plat into diamond. And I'm not feeling it so far. Like, he's on the wrong side of the map right now from where the engagement is. His team's blue is coming up. His whole team is there, but he's not there. So his whole team knew the invade was coming, but he's not there. That he could have won this fight for them. If he's in this fight, he kills the Hun Bats, and his teammate probably doesn't die. See how he targets here. Okay. They're picking him out. Yeah, the more I see, the more I definitely agree that he should be in his MMR. Oh, what the hell is that too? I think he is panicking. I think getting pinged out, he is panicking. The pressure is getting to him right now. He's all over the place with, like, he half steps one way and then goes back to go farm the other way. That other ward is out of range of the counter ward. That's insane. One ward is in range and the other one's not. So they think they're not walking over a ward. He is. Oh my gosh. What are the odds of that? They just countered it too. I like the poke here. Is he going to full commit? Glad he didn't. Into the Capri ult. That was a good engagement. Especially since their mid isn't here. He should just be 2ing and then going to go farm. Like, hovering here is really bad. The sooner you get to the point where you decide, like, I'm fighting here, I'm ganking versus I'm going to farm, the better you are as a player. Standing around like this, even if there's nothing to do, standing around where the other team can see you is really, really bad. It's one of the worst things you can do when there's downtime. Look like you're going to do something, look like you're going to gank. It creates pressure just by not knowing where you are. If you ever want to back to base, never back in front of somebody. Always try to go around a corner and back where a ward wouldn't be. I wish he had grouped up the smalls with that. All right, so he has not ganked anybody, right? No ult. Late ult. Really late ult. I don't think they have the damage here. He's gonna ult them. He doesn't even have his ult. They don't have the damage for that. I don't like the way he's engaging. He's wanting when he's close enough for them to hear. So, like, oh, they're he's dead. Did Rat just save him? The Rat just saved him. That's nuts. Super delayed. Everything he's doing is just delayed, and he hasn't been farming well at all. He's level 9. He's the same level as the Hun Bats, so he's farming equally to the Hun Bats. But this Loki, if he could be such a higher level. Is he getting boosted XP because he's the lowest XP? No, the Bacchus is. All right. He's jungle farming just terribly. I'm not even trying to be mean. It's just, look at how long his speed's been up. All the buffs and left were up. He didn't go to the purple that was being invaded. He hasn't been at a blue that's been invaded yet. When he does those back camps, he doesn't pull the roamers to it first. Anton, thank you for the gifter. Appreciate you. Yeah, I was going to say, you just said he could easily be 11. Yeah. If he was farming correctly and even had one successful gank, he's over 11 probably. Oh wait, is he on controller? Oh yeah, he's on PlayStation. He's controller gamer. And not only that, I think he's actually on PlayStation. I remember he said something about that. Is he gonna dive this? No, 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 no. There you go. Smart, smart, smart. Be patient. Oh, Rat dove and he didn't stay. If you see your teammates diving like that, you probably just stay in case you can get cleanup kills. You don't even need to overcommit or anything. You don't have to dive. You're just there in case something happens where you can be a part of the fight. That's a really rough dive for Rat. I don't know why he went for it. See his targeting here? Just poke Kepri, poke Kepri, poke Kepri, poke Kepri. If you're in a position like that where you can't actually hit your tunnel vision target, just hit whoever's in front of you and disengage. I don't like targeting here. He's getting equally traded damage wise. And Hunbats is just going to invade. Look at this Hunbats. This Hunbats might get a lot of farm over here. Yep, he's gonna get a lot of farm. Hunbats taking his back camps. Then he's gonna go to his blue. Meanwhile, this Loki's not farming at all. He's not even doing red. They're going to defend gold. They give up free gold too. Bro, what? Oh, he might be able to steal. No. This is auto. He didn't auto him. What is going on? What? Go in. You missed the ult. You need higher sense. Your sense way too low. This is very... I don't like watching this. I think he's dead, yep. Oh wait, did his team give gold? Did the Merlin steal gold? I think he did, right? Yeah. That's the only reason. They'd be down so much gold right now. They'd be down like 4K. As of right now, this Loki hasn't done anything. Neither is Hunbats though, I guess. I mean, Hunbats is ganked in the early game with his ult. But he hasn't done anything really either. So this isn't even... That's what's crazy. This Hunbat or this Loki isn't being diffed at all. This is not a jungle diff. This is underperforming because you're against people who are all performing at their average, at like their base level. A bunch of Plat players playing at a Plat level, and the way he's playing is being exploited. What's yeah, in a second. Yeah, that's 3-1 with a 2-level lead, but no damage done because he hasn't had to do damage. He ults, gets a kill, he leaves, and he goes and farms. I think one of the biggest things you can do as a player at almost every rank is improve your farming decision making. So like your pathing, where you're gonna go after you hit this camp or after you go for this gank, or if you say there isn't a gank here but you walked over here, what can you do next? You should know all that stuff on your way, like before you even get to there. Like, if this then this, if this then this, if that then that. Oh, why didn't he use any abilities to clear that? That was strange. Loki? Oh. That was terrible. Everything about you could have done, like, there's multiple ways that he engaged that and came out with a kill or two. And he chose probably the only way he chose the only thing he could do that would get him no kills and get him dead. If he had just ulted the CERN ult, he would have killed CERN and lived. If he would have opened with an ultimate, he would have lived. If he would have engaged earlier, he would have lived. If he didn't hesitate, I don't know. It was so strange. They walked over a ward, right? Like the hunter knew that gank was coming. The Loki knew the gank was happening, and he hesitated. He could have even killed the Hunbats. He could have just one in and then autoed the Hunbats and comboed him when the Hunbats leaped out of the tower. Oh, you're dead. Oh, never mind. Wait, are you? No, you're alive. You're alive. He's he's silver 1. He's 1 game off of gold 5, and he's 1231 MMR. And he said he should be high plat diamond, and I only put him in a plat lobby. The thing is, in his games, he gets like 20 kills a game. So he's definitely better than the people he's playing against in his lobbies. But he's definitely, and I mean, and that's okay. That's the wrong wordage. He's not in elo hell because he's winning his games. He's almost in gold, currently silver. His MMR is low. So I don't know if he's just in such a low MMR that the people in that MMR are that bad, which is probably what it is, right? Because gold is supposed to be 1500 MMR. And he's almost back to gold at 1200 MMR. So he's just playing against low-level silver players and bronze players, but higher rank than his MMR. I'm surprised. He plays a lot of Naja, so I'm surprised he picked Loki. Unless Naja was also banned. No, he's on PlayStation. He hasn't been lagging at all. Okay, okay. He's dead. I like the triple ult, but he shouldn't have engaged with his ultimate. As an assassin, you can't just go into the pack of people and fight. You have to know what abilities are down, and since he didn't know where Agni was, that was the worst thing he could have done. And their ADC got a triple kill. I haven't seen you auto attack cancel once, so the Hydras is super questionable. Ooh, that's rough. He's behind. He's 3 levels down. He's the same level as ADC, but it's not. And this is the thing. This jungler isn't playing crazy, right? Like this jungler is playing good, 6k damage, but not crazy. It's more of he's being precise and there's no bullshit damage. If that Unbats goes into a fight, there's a kill that happens that he's a part of. This Loki hasn't really comboed anyone correctly the whole game at 18 minutes. He hasn't ganked a single person. He didn't counter gank once. Tried, but he misplayed really badly. Unbats has a lot of items too. He's sitting on 2k gold. Yeah, Jotuns, or would it be better to go Hydra's Erendite? If he's gonna go Transcendence, you don't really need Jotuns, so yeah. I think Hydra's Erendite's overall better. I mean, it's more power. It's just more expensive. So with the way he was farming in the early game, I wouldn't go that build unless he was gonna amp it up. Like, oh, okay, I need to focus on farming, so I'm gonna go this build. But I don't know. I haven't seen him auto attack cancel, so the Hydra has no value. Look, green's up right now. Back camps are up right now on both sides. He's not farming anything. They're only down 4k though, which is not a lot. They could win easily. He should be throwing his 2 for poke. Ult. He needs the ult that so he doesn't get hit by the Cern ult and the Agni bombs. So this should be a full disengage. He should be. That was a terrible ult. He should have just kept running away and then backed. That was a horrendous ult. Killing spree. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If people are complaining that I'm too critical or they feel bad for these people, you know what the series is. The goal is for you to prove that you have a proper understanding of your rank, right? And are correct, and you're in elo hell. So when you go into this, you're proving something. You can't be nervous. You can't be freaking out. You should be able to compete with these people if you're that good. He missed the 3. He missed the 3. Your sense is way too low. Just dramatically too low. Oh, that's not controller movement. That's low sense controller movement. Oh, I'm trying to process like what. He definitely needs to increase his sensitivity. It needs to be higher. It's too low.
What do you call a well-balanced horse? / stable. Also, I got back into Smite because of you. Enjoying it, but my mechanics are shoddy at best.
Okay, spectator dying? Something? That was weird. That was weird. What a wicked. Thank you for the 67 months. Stable. All right, dude. You got the tally ho dad jokes. Positioning. Oh my gosh. He face checks with positioning too much. As a Loki, you should never be seen. That's why counter wards are clutch for you as a Loki, because you want to be able to know where you're standing isn't. There's no ward on it. You can't just lane sit like this. Steam is dead. They are screwed. Jungle's a hard role too, because if you aren't up to par, not even if you're being diffed, if you aren't up to the standard, your team gets punished for it. And we're seeing it right here. He's 0-6. Oh, he hasn't beads yet. Actually, he might have beads that one duo lane counter gank if he had beats. He was level 12, but I don't remember if he had gotten his beads yet. No, he's 0-0 and or 0-6 and 0. He hasn't. He's literally done nothing this game. He's way down there in the damage too. And this is a match where if he comboed properly and engaged into the earlier fights and ganks properly, he'd have a good game going. It's his own decisions and ability combos. See, he should kill this Agni. Like, why ult? Why are you ulting when you're 3 feet away from him? You're dead. You can't do that. Just stealth in, auto him, 3M. When he goes to Agni, bomb stun you, or someone else comes at you, then you ult him, because you can go CC immune for that quick second. That's the 3rd time he's stealthed and then either ulted or blinked before getting to them. Like, that's crazy. It's frustrating to watch. I truly like it. I actually find it extremely frustrating when I watch junglers do little mistakes like this, because this is stuff. If you watch one single video, so you know, you watch one of my gameplay videos on YouTube of me playing Loki where I talk about what I'm doing, you would know not to do this. So I know you either think you're too good to watch the stuff and you don't need to learn, or you just watch them and don't process that you aren't doing this. But I don't know how that could be possible. I don't know how you can watch someone else play the same god as you and not see the differences in play. I don't know if that happens, but I don't know how that would be possible. You could up your clear easily too by proccing Hydras and then autoing and then 3ing and then autoing. $28-5. They're down 12,000 gold. It's rare you find this big of a gold gap this early in the game. See, you should be positioning on the side here on the right, like where that Humbatch just came from. That's I think he's missed every one auto combo. Blink him. That'd have been a huge skill if you could have got a blink off before that guy leaped on you. You're dead now. Wait, are you about to get soloed by Kepri? No shot, you're about to die to Kepri. Didn't die to Kepri, but you died. 0-8. One thing I do think, outside of like, if you listen to what I'm saying you're doing wrong and you fix this. So everything I say he's doing wrong is fixable, is correct. You can correct it. So you're being coached if you use this as coaching. Everybody is. Whoever watches this, you play Loki like this, easy to learn. If you just listen to what I'm saying. So I hope he goes out of his way to do that, to not, you know, to realize he's not this rank. Maybe he was off. If he does these things, maybe he gets this rank. Yeah, he doesn't poke with his 2. Definitely need to up your sense. This Humbats is overcommitted as hell. Oh shit. Oh, the Loki almost died over here. He almost died off of that, walking off of his tower. He had to beat that Humbats ult. He had to beat ult out. Nah, no one's proved. This guy, like I said, his stats are pretty good for where he is, but I think he's just farming low MMR players. His targeting has been questionable the whole game, though. From his very first gank, he went on the wrong target. Just think about how easy it is for him to actually be a Plat level player. Just, yes, everything he's doing is wrong. He's doing everything wrong, but it's adjustable. Like you make one change in his decision making or his mechanical play and he doesn't play bad. He goes from bad to really good. His first gank should have gone on the Ag. He is so lucky that Agni didn't have his passive up. That was also crazy lazy back. But yeah, from the first gank where he targeted the Humbats instead of the Agni to splinking and ulting out of his stealth instead of just going up and autoing to his sensitivity so he could actually land an auto. Chronos with the ability to level the order, or order ability leveling order. If you're going auto attack Chronos, you go 1, 2, 3 ults. If you're going ability Chronos, which is what I go, you go 1, 3, 2 ults. This Humbats game, or sorry, this Loki can't play the game. He literally can't play the game. And when this game started, this was not a jungle diff. This Humbats is having a good game now. Definitely a strong KDA game, but it's not crazy. Like, he's the lower damage on his team. He's not getting diffed. This Loki's non-existent in this game. That's match. Level 17 at 29 minutes. He didn't farm at all. That was rough. Have there been Elo Hell players claiming they're masters? There's 2, I think, but to set up a masters lobby is a lot more difficult than setting up a flat lobby. His dual lane also went 0-10. He went 0-9. That's rough. I'm gonna give you some things to work on, because that game was very bad. But it's, once again, little things that will make you play better. Maybe they don't happen in your lower end games because you're just better than the lower end people. But in terms of Plat players, clearly you didn't perform. First thing is you need to up your sensitivity. Every one auto combo, like every time you one in and try to auto, you missed. And it's your sensitivity. You couldn't turn fast enough to hit them when they walk past you. So up your sensitivity and get used to it. I don't know what you're at. You're probably somewhere between like 10 and 15 will be my guess. You want to be like 20, 25, somewhere in there. Find out something that's comfortable for you. Your decision making, and I don't mean in the moment. I don't mean your instant decision making. Your like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your planning and your overall decision making. You don't know what you want to do. You look at one camp or one way and then you go the other way after walking a couple steps. You need to know, I'm doing speed, this. If I get to here and this happens, I'm doing this. If this happens, I'm doing this. If that happens, I'm doing that. Like, you have to, if I go for a gank and he's not there, I'm going to go here. If I go for a gank and there's no one, it's not a good gank, I'm going here. If I go for a gank and someone dies, I'm going here. You need to know what you want to do when you're making these decisions. You're targeting. This is more in the moment. Your first gank, in the mid lane, the Humbats and the Agni went to full clear the wave. You went on the Humbats when the Agni had dashed, and you watched the Agni dash in front of you. She was on the way, or he was on the wave, right? So you saw him dash. If you'd have gone the Agni, that gives you first blood. Gives you first blood, gives you more momentum. You have a better game for sure. Second thing, more towards Loki, but this probably applies to every god you play. Your combo on Loki, and I haven't seen you play the gods. Your combos were terrible. You would stealth in, get a second or two away from being able to auto open on somebody, and you would blink or ult and waste that engagement. You already had a free engagement. Use your ult for the CC immunity or to catch them back up to somebody or to avoid CC, avoid stuns, whatever. Use it for that. So you should have stealthed in, autoed, comboed, ulted on them or ulted out. A lot of the time with Loki, use your ult to get out. So please fix your opening combos. And that's going to come down to that planning decision making where like, I'm going to do this, this, and this. I plan on wanting in, autoing, threeing, ulting. You know what you want to do ahead of time when things happen. That will help you out a lot. You didn't ward enough that game. I saw that at the end. You should have been warding more. In the early and mid game, you didn't farm. You didn't farm. I don't even know how you maintained the level you did for a hot minute there because you weren't farming at all. You need to be doing your camps. You need to be ganking or camping, not sitting around, not looking, not waiting for teammates. You need to farm, speed green, boom. Speed green backs, gank. Speed green backs, invade. Speed green, back to base, go other speed, blue, base. You didn't go to a single purple. Most of them got invaded. You didn't go to a single blue. Most of those got invaded early. So you were losing both sides of the map because you weren't anywhere. That's planning and being on buffs when you need to be. And outside, the last thing I'll point out, because there's a lot, the last thing I'll point out is when you are looking to engage in team fights or ganks, your positioning is in front of them. So you are standing where they can see you, you can see them. You need to be playing like an assassin where you get them from the sides. You need to loop around behind them, loop around beside the side of them, buy counter wards to make sure you don't walk over wards to do this. But you almost every engagement, you front face check, ran at them. You won and you ran at them. You never loop behind. You never try to catch them at the right spot. So slow down when you play and do that for your engagements. I almost think you were freaking out and just ulting because you weren't processing how you should combo into people, and you need to process that before you open on them. Hopefully that helps.